AITA for not defending my husband? I am not oop. Posted originally and updated on r Am I the Asshole? By a now deleted account. Mood spoilers. Happy for both oop and her husband. Less than. Trigger warnings. Tasteless joke. Less than. Backslash. AITA for not defending my husband? Posted on March 26, 2023. My husband, 31M, and I, 30F, have been married for 3 years. About 4 months ago, we found out that I was pregnant with our first child. We were overjoyed, and told most of our family about it early on. My husband didn't want to reveal it to our friends yet, and so I didn't. It was incredibly hard for me, especially because I couldn't tell JJ. 30F. JJ and I have been best friends since we were 14. I love her to death, and we tell each other every single thing. But I decided to respect my husband's wishes this time. JJ also moved 3 hours away from us earlier this year, so she doesn't visit as much either. Naturally, over the past month, more and more of our friends have gotten to know about it. But I couldn't find the right time to tell JJ, and my husband didn't insist much either. Yesterday, JJ visited us and I revealed the pregnancy through a small box that said, "You're an auntie now," with a baby onesie. Now, JJ's a little goofy, which is what I love the most about her. She doesn't care what others think and is just a very entertaining person in general. When she saw the text, she immediately started screaming and then cried and hugged me. It was a very emotional moment for both us. My husband seemed pretty happy about it too, although he's known to not adore JJ's amusing behavior sometimes. She's a huge jokester, and loves roasting him. After the reveal, she gave him a huge hug, then a pat on the back and said, "Damn Mike. Didn't know you could do that." This was clearly a joke, and everyone in the room let out a laugh. My husband was not very happy. He responded with, "You know, this is why you were the last one to know about this," in a very passive-aggressive tone. JJ was taken aback and confused. She asked me if that was true, and when I responded with an explanation, she said she was kinda hurt, but was happy for us. The excitement died down in the room after that, and everybody left soon after. I got really mad at my husband for saying that to JJ. But he says that he is tired of her cracking jokes and not taking things seriously. And most of all, he hates that I never take his side. Knowing JJ, she's really just kidding most of the time, and I don't think there's anything to be that offended over. My husband thinks I'm being an asshole here by not defending him. What do y'all think? AITA? Oop and JJ are overwhelmingly voted YTA. Backslash. Update posted on March 27, 2023, one day after the original post. So, soon after I made the original post, I was flooded with lots of comments and judgments. And I genuinely really appreciate them. I'm someone who really believes in self-improvement, so any sort of help in that regard is greatly appreciated. I'll start by admitting that this entire thing was definitely a massive mistake on my part. I didn't communicate well with neither my husband nor my best friend, which resulted in the conflict. I had an extensive, emotional discussion with my husband about how we're doing. The pregnancy has affected our relationship, and we haven't properly addressed that before. Mike told me that while he appreciates JJ and her caring nature, he's not a fan of her jokes in general and has tried to communicate that with me. While her jokes are rarely about him, he feels like she takes it too far sometimes. I apologized for not understanding his feelings and not addressing his concerns before. I feel like a horrible partner, but we've agreed to go to couples counseling to address our communication issues. JJ and I met up, and I told her that Mike has never liked her jokes, and she needs to read the room. We also discussed my pregnancy, And she said that her joke was never meant to be that deep, or be directed at Mike's fertility or anything. She was sorry that she had offended Mike, and that he'd felt like she was targeting him because that was never her intention. She also said that she felt kinda hurt only because as my best friend, she thought she'd be one of the first people to know, but she was really happy for us, and thought that Mike was a great guy and didn't want to create any problems for us. She has some childhood trauma that she slides off using her carefree persona. I invited JJ over to our house, and Mike and JJ had a heart-to-heart, honest conversation. JJ apologized to him for making unnecessary jokes and not realizing that he didn't like them. Mike told her that he could have communicated that with her better instead of saying whatever he said. JJ also agreed to maintain her distance from us, which was a tough decision to make, but we all agreed that it would be best for everyone. We only hit a sour spot when Mike told JJ that she had to start taking her life more seriously and focus on finding a boyfriend and getting a real job. JJ respectfully told him that this was none of anybody else's business, and she liked her carefree life. We ate ice cream together, and then bid JJ goodbye. I'm not sure when I'll see her again, but for now I'll be focusing on my husband and our baby. I was the asshole here, and I take full responsibility of my actions and will be working towards fixing that. Thanks and have a good day. / This is a respost. I am not oop. I don't think I like anyone in this story. Mike told JJ that she had to start taking her life more seriously and focus on finding a boyfriend and getting a real job. Yoo-ho. If Mike feels entitled to say something like that to JJ, that's a bad sign. I feel like everyone in this story overreacted. I was on the husband's side until his jab at JJ to take her life seriously. It really is none of his business, and it's probably mutual for her now to not spend so much time around him and op. Mike told JJ that she had to start taking her life more seriously. And focus on finding a boyfriend. And getting a real job. Yikes. Mike doesn't sound like a very pleasant dude. I'm a fairly sensitive person that can get more than a little put out by a joke at my expense, so I sympathize with him a lot. But that bit in particular really seems problematic to me. Don't like it. I just don't get why JJ has to maintain her distance if she's OOP's best friend. Well, husband and JJ are never going to get along. Sounds like he disapproves of everything about her, not just her jokes. Since once he got her to stop joking, he ragged on her personal lifestyle choices. I've probably read too much Reddit, but I hope this isn't step 1 of isolate the pregnant person from her friends and family. Mike is uptight. JJ is obnoxious and oop just goes along with whoever is speaking at any given moment. Mike told JJ that she had to start taking her life more seriously and focus on finding a boyfriend and getting a real job. Makes me wonder if Mike might actually be the problem all along if he feels the need to comment on someone else's life like that. So JJ can't make a joke to Mike, but Mike is allowed to comment on her need of a boyfriend, a real job, and change the way she approaches life? If, and it's a strong if, JJ was inappropriate, over the line, etc. regularly, then I would have said esh for the op. And the follow-up, cuz Mike is starting to look like a fluttering red flag. I thought the husband was Tahir, as that was clearly a light-hearted joke. Plus the comments at the end. Wow. That said, perhaps there's a pattern in their interactions that makes the husband more sensitive to her comments. I feel like this is more of an Esh situation based off of that ending part of the update. Oop is definitely an asshole for not listening to her husband or standing up for him. But the husband telling JJ that after she agreed to back off, combined with him not being upfront with Oop about not wanting to tell their friends seemingly because of JJ, who has been best friends with her for 16 years. Not saying that that makes her a best friend, if you know what I mean. But still, makes me kind of wary about him too. Feel like there's a lack of maturity from all sides here. I mean, husband was very wrong for saying what he did at the end there. But I do think that pregnancy jokes can toe the line of insensitivity. You never know if a couple has been struggling with infertility, miscarriage, etc. I didn't have it in me. I had it in her. Everyone laughs and we go on with our lives. That mood spoiler was very misleading. I'm not happy for Oop or her husband. I remember reading the OG post and feeling empathetic towards him, but not anymore. His comment to the friend was very illuminating. This just reads like a man that successfully alienated his wife from her closest friend. Did anybody else read goofy and amusing behavior as euphemisms for obnoxious? According to AITA, unpopular opinion, I would have laughed. The joke was not that deep. That being said, she apologized, and it should have ended there. If I was JJ, I would not want to be around either of them. I'm sorry, what? Am I crazy here? Husband seems like clear to me. Nobody here is a nice person.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.